Hey, Lil John.
Okay, yeah, we live.
Okay. Lil John, do me a favor real quick. Okay, fine. I see it. No, I was finally got my. No, I was looking at us live and shit, and I see the comment board and shit. This the first time I pulled it up on my phone. I'm like trying to have Lil John do it in the spirit, like, no, you got it. But I
Yeah,
had to turn our volume down. So yeah, if I can see it, it's a delay, but I can still see it. But if anybody like commented anything, I'll be able to see it. So that's smooth.
okay,
I
God.
told because I know Karai, he be jumping on, so I got him back.
Okay,
Okay,
God.
so yeah, let's go and get started.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh. By
Bye, Shem. Yeah, what's up? Bye, Shem. Doc.
double honor to apostles and elders and bishops, a great millstone that rule well. And shalom to you, Akim, to pushing the truth, sincerity, and staying strong in the truth. Shalom to you, sisters, few sisters that listening in the faith and being sincere.
Come on, Black sisters.
Con. And children of light, brother Urala.
Y'all can nod.
Con.
Yeah, so we got another documentary we're gonna go into. It's called Hebrew Israelites Debunked, which is polar opposite to his name, which is a good thing. And I was looking at the release date and so forth, 2022, 23. And you have Ruben Lewis, who's the pastor who's coming out about him learning this from us Akims on the internet, and we'll let him say the rest.
Con.
And since we are the teachers, and he'll testify himself that he learned from us, not the other way around. That we got a couple of corrections, to give him and certain answers to answer for him. Because he's still looking and we got you. Children of the light. Light's always on.
Con.
And we're gonna show you a pecking order to this too, because we are an affiliate account of a Great Millstone, my elders who we got this from.
Con.
So we'll start off from the beginning of his documentary, 2 minutes in, and we'll jump through. We advise all your
Taste our world. Celestial Seasonings Tea.
Chop it up and use it for what we edify.
Con.
Deuteronomy 28:25. The Lord shall cause it.
Wanda. You can hear it? Okay,
There is a people in the earth that God has entered into a covenant with. And if God is a covenant keeping God, he's made certain promises that have not yet manifested. And he was not talking to everybody when he was talking. And there's a people in the earth that say they're the people and they're claiming rights to this covenant. And as long as they're the people, everybody seems to be on board with that. But once another people say, well, I'm the people, then we need to sit down and determine who's telling the truth. And we need to give them back their stuff. But nobody seems to be interested in that because they're not interested in you. And I've determined that one of the reasons why it seems not to be as important.
Is that
Yeah, yep, con. It's 51 seconds in.
No. Started from 0.
From 0? Okay.
Yeah, because we're gonna go from 0 to 2 minutes in.
Okay, con.
911 to all stations with an announcement. The FASD training on solar awareness and occupational safety.
There's a people in the earth that God has entered into a covenant with. And if God is a covenant keeping God, he's made certain promises that have not yet manifested. And he was not talking to everybody when he was talking. And there's a people in the earth that say they're the people and they're claiming rights to this covenant. And as long as they're the people, everybody seems to be on board with that. But once another people say, well, I'm the people, then we need to sit down and determine who's telling the truth. And we need to give them back their stuff. But nobody seems to be interested in that because they're not interested in you. And I've determined that one of the reasons why it seems not to be as important as it should be is because we have a people that have been destroyed. And they were destroyed by hate.
Tell me basic
Go ahead, it is. Oh, okay.
info of how many years you've been a pastor and where your theology began.
Okay, my
Okay.
name is Ruben Lewis. I'm a pastor of Grace Outreach Bible Church, Greenville, Mississippi. And I've been pastoring about 30 years, started in 1992 in Greenville and have been there ever since. My theology actually started back in the 70s where I was born again and experimented with several different denominations and finally came across a group of people that I felt very comfortable with, and the Word of Faith movement was my background at the time. Ended up going to Rhema Bible Training Center. I graduated in 1980. I went there in 1986 and moved back to Greenville, 92. So that's pretty much where I am.
The theological lane that you are now, was it
You want me to stop it in 2 minutes? We got 2 minutes, 20 seconds in.
Okay, you can jump to 4 minutes.
Okay, count.
Yeah, because I want to give his little history and so forth. I'm jumping ahead too far.
4 minutes in. Let's see. So like it is okay.
into what it means to be black, or the how you saw black people in America, how you discovered this truth?
That's a very interesting question. I really don't know exactly when I began to come across this. I think I was cruising through YouTube possibly, and I think I came across maybe some camp or something, the Hebrew Israelite camp, and maybe I was listening to them teaching. It intrigued me and I started to study that.
The why tells us what should we.
So y'all heard it from his mouth right there.
Yep.
Damn, I can't get back to the fucking live. Trying to get on my live. Wow. Okay, here it is. Okay, now I'm back on the live. Yeah, so y'all heard it from the pastor's mouth himself. He surfing the internet and he got on there and that's where he learned it from. Which we understand and we know like that's the process because we got actual internet scriptures that we actually go to. That this is how this was going to be pushed. I'm starting with Psalms the 19th chapter, which I get it. It's Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament show His handiwork. It said, "Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard." And that's why you have camps in Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Canada, Italy. Their line is gone out through all the earth, the ley lines, and their works to the end of the world. And them has he set a tabernacle for the sun. It said, which is the bridegroom, Yahweh, coming out of his chamber and rejoicing as a strong man to run a race. And Paul spoke about that this is a marathon. This is not given to the swift.
Yep,
Did you get that Job 39:7?
39:7.
Yeah. which Romans 10 and 18 is first before that though.
Okay, Romans 10:18.
Yeah, 10 and 18. His going forth is from the end of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. See, so that's another way we know that the earth is round, and the internet is through the feed horn. The Europe and the Thurum is actually given a signal, a light, and it's hitting everybody phones, it's hitting everybody computers, desktops, tablets, all that.
Yeah.
The law of the Lord is perfect. Anytime you want to jump in, well, I'll jump in. The
Okay.
law of the Lord is perfect, converting the souls. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. And we was Gentile, we was strangers. See that mixed multitude scattered, like James 1 and 1 say. And that's how we came back from being a Gentile or being a stranger, by
Yep.
us getting our knowledge back. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing in the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. And we understand the law, statutes, and commandments, but it ain't
God.
just all about that. The fear of the Lord is clear, clean. See that? We learned, that's why and Elder Gabar from GMS say this a lot. Uh, uh, Knowing the terrors of the Lord, we persuade man. The fear of the
Yep.
Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgment of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. And it's a judgment coming to this earth. It's a 1/3 and it's a 2/3. And the other nations are going into slavery. And the
Yep.
kings of them nations will be what? Handmaids and hand servants.
Yep.
Um, More to be desirable are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is the servant warned, and we are the servants. And in keeping of them, there is a great reward, right? Because we do what? We rehearse the righteous acts.
God.
Our holy days, our laws, statutes, commandments, judgments, prophecies. Who can understand his error? Cleanse thou me from secret fault, right? Because before you know you're Israelite, you don't know that you don't supposed to be having threesomes. You thinking that's the pinnacle of living here in Babylon the Great. You don't supposed to be covetousness. See that? You from Rack City, you got that, you ready to rob and take something from somebody because they victims. Keep back thou servant also from presumptuous sin. See that? Because they promoting this in Babylon the Great.
Yep.
Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright and shall be innocent from the great transgression. Because right now we know what's coming. The seventh plague on this motherfucker. Let
Yep.
the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. His name is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Not all them other names they be given.
Yep. God. You want the Romans?
Yep.
Yep. God. And
Yeah,
that's why
the internet script.
and that's why we do this work, man. Cause we trying to be delivered. We that's why going back to when you Yaki just said we rehearsing the righteous act. That's why we trying to clean ourselves from, because the scriptures say, "How shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed to the word?" So that's what we doing, and
Con.
and how this word getting out. The scripture already said at the beginning, the internet doing their handiwork. You know,
Isaiah
they
58:1.
yep, con. So you want the Salaki, you want the Job first?
No, the Romans.
Okay, con. The Romans 10.
Yeah. 10 and 18, because you gotta have them right precepts, gotta stack them right.
Con. This Romans chapter 10, verse 18, it says, "But I say."
Oh yeah. Ruben Lewis out there saying that you learn from us and we are the teachers. You might want to take notes on it.
Con. It says, "But I say," Romans chapter 10, verse 18, "But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their
Uh-oh.
words unto the ends of the world."
That's the internet.
Yep. But I say, did not Israel know? First Moses saith, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people, and by a foolish nation I will anger you. But Esaias is very bold and saith, I was found of them that sought me not. I was made manifest unto them that asked not after me.
So we got it.
God. But to Israel he said, all day long I have stretched forth my hand unto a disobedient and gainsaying people.
Even to this day. And now y'all got every reason to stay in your ignorance.
Yep.
But you understand that it's a 1/3 and it's a 2/3. It's an elect. Isaiah, 45 and 1, I think. But we ain't got to go all there.
God. This is Job chapter 39. We'll start from verse 8.
Where you see it at?
Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee?
Yeah, 39:7.
Okay, come. This Job 39 verse 7 says, he scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regard he the crying of the driver. The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searches after every green thing. Verse 9. This is will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow? Or will he hurl the valley after thee?
Yeah, you go to 13.
God, it says, will thou trust him because his strength is great? Or would thou leave thy labor to him? Would thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it unto thy barn?
Yeah, meaning, do you believe that Yahushua is going to allow this unicorn, this feed horn, this internet to bring on home into what? His barn? Because that barn, which I ain't going to go get them scriptures. I ain't going to do all that. His barn is talking about the chariots.
Yeah.
You're going to learn this. You're going to get sealed. Yahushua going to open up your psychic and exempt from judgment. You're going in the UFOs, the barn.
God.
So would he bring it to our crib? That's how you know this is Jake talking. We the only ones say that even to this day.
Yep.
And this is called metaphoric speaking. Dark sentences. So got to get broke down to you.
This is verse 13. It says, gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, or wings and feathers unto the ostrich? That was it.
Okay. Yeah. Could have started up at the top, but I'm trying to be quick.
Okay.
Internet scripture.
Into the 11 minutes. I gotta do this slow. This thing moving fast. Let me see. There we go.
Okay. We did the 4 minutes.
Yeah, kind of.
11.
Yep.
Do I got 11 down there?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
There we go. See if I can go back just a little bit. Let me see. Maybe if I turn it sideways, I can scroll it better because they move fast.
I know how that is.
Okay, here we go. I forgot about that. There we go.
Other cultures can go back.
Man, bro, so let me tell you what had went down. And I was 2 bands away from getting bro a whole barbershop, bro.
It starts as a small problem.
Them ads.
What starts small and manageable can quickly
Back thousands of years. And so that intrigued me. I wanted to know. And as I began to study it, I began to teach it. I first started teaching this perhaps 6 years ago. And I can remember that I used the premise that if such and such be true, you may be a Hebrew.
So I think the why is very important. You know, I kind of used the illustration that, you know, if you got a shotgun in the house but don't know why
Yeah, that's it.
you have it,
Okay.
that
How long you been teaching it? So about 6 years, and he started teaching it, so he believed it,
God. Let's see
which is cool. So okay, 31, 34. This is where the correction come in. Now we finna jump. Or 31:30, it don't matter.
Okay, con. So like this. Let's see. 31. There we go.
That's why he told me shit. He want to go to the little action territory thing. He said we do that tomorrow. I said
Yeah.
y'all even oppressing the kids at school.
Damn.
They getting off acting like they was at work.
Yeah.
You know, you get off work, motherfucker. Hey man, let's go out. No, I'll do that shit tomorrow. I can get 1 day rest.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Being Jews, do not recognize themselves as 12 separate tribes. So we still have a large body of people out there somewhere. And it would behoove us, I believe, if we're interested in biblical prophecy, to be looking for those people because they play a vital role in the last days.
Oh,
so Melchizedek blessed Abraham.
freeze. You can't learn from us, Aki, but we finna play that next that you learn from us. Even though you try to make it seem like you don't know it's some little Israelite group. You don't know who they was on the internet, but you've been doing it for 6 years, but you don't know. And we all know who learned this. That we know who your goddamn teachers are for 6 years. Because it ain't like you learned this in no year. Oh, fuck it. Which we gonna let you say that yourself. But anyway, it's a prophecy, Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, which maybe we gotta explain that to him. And he don't know. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt, really. Just because you're not. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
This Ezekiel, because we don't know what you talking about. You talking about it's 12 tribes. We know the Edomites don't refer themselves, well, the Zionist Jews don't refer themselves as 12 tribes, just the tribe of Judah. So we need to go find other people before the end. No, buddy, you coming into other men labors, so you late. So here you go, right here. This is Ezekiel the 37th chapter. The hand of the Lord was come upon me and carried me out of the spirit of the Lord and set me in the midst of a valley which was full of bones. The bones of 12 tribes of Israel. And caused me to pass by them round about, and beheld, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause these bones to live. And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said to me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. The Wisdom of Solomon 7:24. I will lay sinews upon you and will bring up flesh upon you and cover you with skin and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, 7. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking. The bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, so 8 and 9 is going into the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s with the Black Panther Party, AIM with North American and the Young Lords and so forth, who was coming together and trying to fight against, the civil rights movement and all that. They was all fighting the Blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, which consist of the 12 tribes of Israel, was coming together to fight against this government that they have rights, but they didn't have the knowledge of what you just ran into to us brothers on the internet, that we are the 12 tribes of Israel, which I don't know if you can pull up a sign or something so he can see it. I don't know. And
Okay.
when I beheld, yeah, I don't know if you got a sign somewhere on
Um,
picture. I don't know. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and I prophesied, and there was a nose, and behold, a shaking the bones came together, bone to its bone. When I beheld the sinew and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them, meaning they didn't have the knowledge in the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. And you gave your testimony that you came into Christianity and all that in the 70s. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus says Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breath upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as I commanded, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet in exceeding great honor. So we see that now with the commandment keepers. You got to look that up, Lewis. And after the commandment keeper, you had Mashar, Ariyah broke off, formed their own One West. You get the 12. Of course, you got Mashar, Ariyah there. Who else I'm missing? Mo. Um, the 12 tribe sign get put together by Ariyah. Um, shit, our elder from Great Millstone, Elder Tar, and who else y'all see out there today? From Nate from IUIC, General Johanna, ISUPK, Sabak. I'm talking about them heads. And I mean, you have others, but these are the ones that's still here today. That 2000 in 2007, the internet, Europe and the Thurum, Nate, the elders, and the One West is what you want to call them, was actually on the internet. And we now know them as GMS or ISUPK or IUIC and so forth. And that's your quick little history. And this is and out of all them different men who all came out of One West, which Ariyah broke the 12 tribe sign down, which we're looking at the 12 tribe sign in front of us. And I'm talking to the pastor, Ruben Lewis. Judah is the Negro. You already know that.
Yep.
Benjamin is the Jamaicans, West Indian. Levites are the Haitians, the priesthood. Simeon are the Dominican. Zebulon is Guatemala to Panama. So these tribes that I'm naming was identified in Genesis, what, 49?
Yeah, yep, kind of.
The whole chapter give you the spiritual characteristics. Would you want to start at the top real quick? Give you the spiritual characteristics of these tribes and people. And don't forget Deuteronomy, Lewis, on what you actually say that's another characteristics of you being an Israelite. You're supposed to carry those curses. But also, we also have archaeology, and we also have maps, and we have frescoes, paintings, uh, writings of North, Central, and South America being the 12 tribes of Israel. And we can prove it out the Apocrypha, how they even got over here to North, Central, and South America, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. So we'll show you just a strong, you know, a strong identification in the scriptures, prophecy of how you identify yourself outside of Deuteronomy. The what? 29th chapter, 39? 49, I'm sorry.
49, kind of.
I'm tripping. 49. It's a lot. I'm trying to keep it together and compact it together, but we is gonna read that Genesis 49.
Okay. It's in Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. It says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together.
Pay attention.
That I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
See, so these are the signs of what's the 12 tribes supposed to have on them in the last days.
It says, gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Ruben, thou my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the
Right. Ruben, which right off top, Ruben is giving off a lot of characteristics. The might, the beginning of my strength, delicacy, and elegant, which is the Seminole Indians. Not only was they able to beat Andrew Jackson and the cavalry and get pushed down into the Everglades, Florida, but they held their ground because of the strength of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah and the Ellison, how do you say it?
excellency of power.
Yeah, there we go. They also was able to keep a lot of their traditional clothing. I have it in my book, Black Indian, where it showed a Reubenite getting married to his wife and he got his traditional clothes on, not as an Israelite, because we're supposed to discontinue Jeremiah 17:4. But what they had then, they still held on. And it goes on and on. But we also have Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, which is also the second spiritual. Basically, it's the precept to Genesis 49. These run back to back. And to show you they run back to back, let me get Ruben out of the Deuteronomy.
Okay.
Just real quick, because we got to show them a little something. Hold on. Let me see if I can catch it real quick. But there's a couple of places I want you to jump. Deuteronomy, teach them a little bit. No, Deuteronomy, yeah, I'm right. 33 and 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, and 8, because we're gonna tie it together.
Okay. It's a Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 6. It says, let Reuben live and not die.
Let Ruben live and not die. And who did we say Ruben was? The Seminole Indians.
Yeah.
That's why the crackers weren't able to kill Ruben. Because what? According to Genesis 49, he's supposed to be what? My strength and my I can't say it.
Excellency.
There we go. Excellency. My strength. You can't take them down. They got the Lord's strength on them. What else to say about him? His strength and what?
It's my might and the beginning. It's the excellency of dignity. And
there we go. So that's all I wanted. My might and my strength and the excellency and dignity. I can't. Y'all know I'm fucking up today. Got me.
This is a verse. This is a Salakia. It says, and let not his men be few.
See that? They weren't able to kill Reuben and knock Reuben tribes down. But watch this though. And see, this is where my book, Black Indian come in, which I didn't think I was gonna have to get it. I might get it. All right, because we live, I can't get it. So y'all just gonna have to trust me. But yeah, my book, Black Indian. Damn, look, I'm about to go get it anyways. But anyways, in my book, Black Indian, it states how the Negro man, Israelite tribe of Judah, actually joined the ranks with Reuben and actually went up through the ranks where they became the Indian chief, private bodyguards, married their daughters, and became a part of the tribes, and actually helped repel the Edomites from coming into them wars. You had the Seminole Indian War. They had 1, 2, and 3 wars, and they won all 3 of them because the Esau had to make peace treaties. And Esau also, I have in his records, which is in that book, that the Negroes used to leave and escape out of captivity and run to the natives and join their ranks. So this is the prophecy in the scriptures that's fulfilling that. So one more time, and then we're gonna keep it moving.
This is a is in Deuteronomy 33:6. It says, "Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few."
Mhm.
And this is the blessing of Judah.
Oh, now this is the blessing of the Negroes. Because see, we was brought here to the shores of America for a reason, to fulfill these prophecies.
God. It says, and he said here, Yahweh Shai, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people, and let his hand be sufficient for him, and be thou and help to him from his enemies.
See that? From his enemy, who was his enemy, Esau, the white man that was killing the Seminole Indians, the Reubenite, our brother. And we had and the youngest too. And we had to come to the aid. And that's why we was over here joining them ranks. And that's why I was trying to get the book Black Indian. But we got to keep it moving. That'll be for another lesson.
God.
So there go your prophecies. The whole chapter of Deuteronomy 33, 1 through
17.
29. Yeah. I'm looking at it. Deuteronomy 33 go through 1 through 29. Goes right with Genesis 49, which is more proof on this 12 tribe sign that's in front of us. And this is how Ariah broke it down to us. And we have it to this day from One West, our elders, Elder Tar, Elder Lamwar, Elder Manatazar, and on down to the Connecticut, down to us brothers coming in now, to you younger brothers coming in now. So we have Seminole, which is Dominicans, Zebulon, Guatemala, Panama, Ephraim, Puerto Ricans, Manasseh, Cuban, Gad, North American Indians. You want to get Gad real quick out of Genesis?
God.
Yeah, show them real quick. That's a quick read. Ruben, Seminole Indians, Nefertali, Argentina to Chile, Asher, who was that? Colombian?
Let's see.
See that bottom. I know it's Colombian.
It's Colombian to Uruguayan.
There we go. South America, Central America, South America. I'm tripping. And then last but least, Issachar, the Mexicans. All of them make up the 12 tribes of Israel. They all carry all the curses on them. And we also have proof that Lewis and Clark, when they came over here because Columbus, that not only the Taínos, Aqua Indians on the island of Puerto Rico, which are the Ephraimites, but here on the soils of North, Central, and South America, it's the rest of our brothers. And so there you go right there, the 12 tribes. Ezekiel 37 is how we actually got this. The breath coming. We was in like 9 and 10, where it speak about them not having the breath, which the precept to that is Wisdom of Solomon. You got to have the Apocrypha too, which I'm pretty sure the pastor done told y'all that too, which was in the 1611 King James Bible. Wisdom of Solomon 7:24 show you what the breath was that they didn't have in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Our elders had it, but it was a school commandment keepers, like I said, Ariah, King Mashab, Mo, then our elders. I'm trying to be quick, sum it up.
God. I had a quick precept.
Go ahead. And I'll finish this until you start going. As soon as you go, I'll be quiet.
Okay.
So yeah, going back to the Ezekiel 37 chapter, I try to circumvent y'all. It's Ezekiel 37:8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them, meaning the knowledge didn't come yet. Then said he unto me, prophesied, they was the young lords, civil rights going on, but nope, that's not it. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, say to the wind, thus said the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. And the Europe and the Durham, the internet did that. That's how I got the truth. And that's how the pastor got it, Lewis himself. So I prophesied as I commanded, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, great and set army. So for him to say, well, we got a lot of work to do, and we looking, no, we ain't looking. Therefore prophesy, saying unto them, thus said the Lord God, behold, my people, I will open up your grave and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves for my people and brought ye up out of your graves. Talking about in your mind to wake up, and we have woke up, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live. And that's what we are the Israelites.
Yeah.
And I shall place you in your own land. That's coming next to the spirit and power of Yahweh. Then shall you know that I am the Lord. I have spoken it, performed it, said the Lord. And then to say, the word of the Lord come unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and that's what you're looking at right in front of you, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions, and take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, a stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companion, and join them one to another into the stick, and they shall become one in thou hand. And that's what you're looking at, northern and southern kingdom.
Yep.
It said, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, and that's why we got it today, saying, what will thou not show us what thou meanest by this? And that's what we have been doing for the last, since I've been around, 16 years. My elders 40. That's to sum it all the way up, which goes all the way back to the 50s, which go back to Mo leaving the commandment keepers and joining and founding the One West. Let's get it.
I got that precept for you. This Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It says,
Well, I got that one. Well, I got Baruch 2:30. Remember yourself.
yeah.
And see, me and the Akim, we are students under Great Millstone. So that's why we all got the same understanding. But go
Yep.
ahead, Akim, my bad.
It says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And here we all over here in captivity in America. So to go search for them, you don't need to do that.
Right. That's because we the teachers and he the student. He just got to learn.
Yeah, kind.
So I hope you're taking notes because the Akim got that little red book in his hand. It's called Baruch.
It says, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power, Yahweh Shai, their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear,
Come.
and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Right. And we know his name is Yahweh Shai.
It is, in return from their stiff neck and from the wicked deeds, they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. And I will get into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they should be lords of it, and it will increase them, and they shall not be diminished.
There we go. See that?
Yep.
Can't nobody stop this. So we increasing, and we finna go into this next one, which is 47:15. Because we gonna let you we gonna let the pastor tell you where he got this from.
Con.
People who are upset, they perhaps
Chevrolet, we know affordability is top priority for our customers. That's why, with our transparent cost.
Have you ever been declined for a credit card due to poor credit? Download Self. It's a new way to build credit and get a
perhaps they are upset because their identity was stolen. Go back.
Still lucky on that.
Oh no, you gotta go. You gotta, I'm still trying to get. Okay, here we go.
Some people who are upset. Perhaps they are upset because their identity was stolen. They have experienced a horrible atrocity living in these United States and other places, and quite naturally there are some human emotions involved there. But I would say this, that in any doctrine, in any teaching, there are extremes on both ends. And so I do not want to paint a broad brush and paint everybody that has this knowledge as being extremist. But sometimes it's the squeaky wheel that gets the attention.
Deuteronomy 28:45. We want to show you that one of the things that happens to us, the curse is an identifier. Notice in Deuteronomy 28:45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be what? Destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy Elohim to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So the curse is on your seed, how long? Forever. So you...
That's 48 and 34 minutes.
Okay. But you heard what he said though, like from the jump, that, you know, the people out there talking, they ain't extremists and all that shit.
Yeah,
Damn, it actually go to 51:29. Let's let it go and roll. Fuck it.
okay.
Your genetics are under curse right now. This is why you don't see any other community doing this.
As I said before, when I first started studying this, I didn't have a lot of background. I didn't have a lot of information out there. A lot of people weren't talking about this. But some of those people that they're now saying are angry were some of the places that I got information from. And so, you know, we were taught to eat the hay and leave the sticks. And so I learned a lot from starting down that pathway. I did not join them. I was not affiliated with them in any way. And I certainly didn't feel like their approach was something that I would be comfortable with. But sometimes God has to go outside of you to bring something back to you. Sometimes churches, and I'm being talking about my people now. Sometimes we get stuck in a rut, and we want to, and so sometimes God has to go outside of the church and bring it back in. So I believe that they have a truth that's very important. I believe that a lot of the research they did, I don't agree with everything they do or everything that they believe, but I think sometimes when you ditch on one side, you need somebody to get on the other side of the ditch to try to pull us in the middle. So that's kind of the way I see those people.
Look at what he says in Romans 11:1. I say then, have God cast away his people?
Okay, yeah, so I get.
Okay, yeah. So y'all heard it. That's what I was waiting to get. So you heard what he said. We learned from who he had to get it from, and he don't agree. And you know, motherfuckers, he don't. You know, he ain't put no names on it. He don't agree with everything, but you know, we don't ride no middle of the road. You either yay or nay. You either left or right.
Yep.
So we ain't riding no middle of the road. So we don't understand, and that's what gave me that agent provocatorian vibe. Once he started going to that point, and that's how I knew he was gonna start bringing in some BS. So let's go ahead and let him bring that in. We already edified him, so let's go ahead and let him bring in his closing argument, and we're gonna correct that. Cause we are the teachers once again. We ain't finna keep explaining that. Y'all just gonna find out. And we clearing ourselves. So 57:19. I should have just jumped up to the. I think I should. Honestly.
To the 59
Yeah,
46.
you already. But the reason why I'm kind of don't want to jump over to 57 because it goes
Yeah.
with that Baruch 230 that you just brought out.
Con.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only 1 minute long, 57:19 to 58:45.
Con. Okay. So, yeah. I'll jump right here.
Very good question as well. I believe that is it Jeremiah that said that I know the thoughts that I have for you, plans to prosper you and to give you an expected end. So from the beginning, God made promises to Abraham. He promised him in covenant two things. He promised him a seed and a land. And he promised him that that seed would possess that land. And so if we are that seed and we do not yet possess that land, then there is a promise yet to be fulfilled. And just like I said before, as the executor of the estate, it is my job to find the heir. And if I found you and I had something that belonged to you, would you want it?
But he answered, Matthew 15, and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep.
Give me a stop right there.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 12:2.
Okay.
Yeah, we just hit that one because you already hit the Baruch that we're gonna remember ourselves. Because we was those Gentiles, we was those strangers.
So First Corinthians.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 12:2-4. Yeah,
Okay.
because we was those Gentiles carried away into these strange idols, going all the way back to the Hellenistic period, shit coming all the way up to today and being transatlantic slave trade and shit. Jeremiah 17:4, you're gonna discontinue from the.
Yep, kind.
That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
This First Corinthians chapter 12, verse 2. It says, ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away unto these dumb idols, even as you were led. Wherefore
Yeah, that's all. We was carried away from dumb idols even to this day. We believe in Christianity, Jesus Christ, all this Islam, we worship rocks, atheists. But now let's get into the meat and potatoes.
59, 46.
To 101:54. He gonna be quick too.
You would. Most likely you would. And so that's the point. This is a covenant. The Bible is a covenant book between God and a man by the name of Abraham. He made him promises, and he's under covenant obligation.
These mushrooms make you feel better. Like, a lot better.
Didn't seem real that I would ever achieve a diploma. I'm the first one to graduate in my family.
To fulfill those promises. Even Yeshua, when he was in the earth, he told his disciples, go not in the way of the Gentiles, but go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why did he tell them that? Was he not interested in the Gentiles? No, he was interested in the Gentiles, but because he was in covenant, God was a covenant-keeping God, he went to the family first. Paul said to the Jew first, and then also to the Greek. So for us to skip over the family and to go to those outside of the family, there were people in the will that were in the family, and there were people outside of the family. My priority, of course, was those that were in the family. And then if I could find those outside of the family, that became my secondary search.
The last question here is, would you say that the word or law or statute?
Okay, yeah, I took the 101.
Yeah, 101:54. So, shit. Da, da, da.
Oh, it's a couple seconds. I still have play on it.
Is that a couple more seconds?
Yeah, kind. I stopped exactly at 101.
Okay, yeah, check the 54.
Statute is still applicable to us as Hebrews more so than everyone else.
So these nations, what nation has a covenant with God? You got the Abrahamic covenant. You got the land covenant. You got the Mosaic covenant. You got the Davidic covenant. And then you got the renewed covenant under Yeshua. God made a covenant, a contract with a people, and they all were Israelites. God did not make a covenant with Gentiles. Gentiles don't have a covenant. You can't have a blood covenant if you ain't in the family. You have to come under the covenant. You have to be grafted into the covenant. Hear this word.
There we go. That's what I'm glad you said you got the couple. You heard what he said, right?
Yep. So you have to
So
be.
Israel first, and then you get to get grafted in, right? So let's go to where he got that from, which is Romans 11:16. And we're gonna give y'all the breakdown of what he intention of grafted in, because this that same comfy Rosicrucians. For those of y'all who don't know who Comfy is, the gentleman who took over the school from the elders, and what they call themselves?
This
I forgot what the fuck they call themselves. But I know it was Comfy was in charge of it.
Yeah, I forgot the name too.
I forgot the name. He ended up dying as soon as COVID hit. He died
Yeah.
from COVID. But he came with that same grafted in, changed the name. Name ain't Yahweh Shai. That was the first thing he did. And we understand how they use this grafted in thing. We like, oh,
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 16. It says, "For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy, and if the root be holy, so are the branches."
right. So you got to ask yourself, 1 Corinthians 15:20.
15:20.
What is the first fruit? Because the lump is Judah. Because the tribe of Judah had the kingdom. The northern kingdom left, but the southern kingdom always stayed. So you start at 11:16.
This
Go ahead, my bad.
This is Romans chapter 15, verse 20. It says, "But now."
No. 1 Corinthians.
I mean, Salakia, yeah, 1 Corinthians, Salakia. It's a 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 20. It says, "But now is Hamashiach risen from the dead and become the first fruit of them that slept."
Right. So what is the first fruit? Yahweh Shai. So when 16 say, "For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy." The lump is the tribe of Judah. They was there. Yahweh Shai was telling them that the Romans was going to tear the temple down and so forth. But you also had another group of Israelites who was outside, which would be called the Gentiles, the strangers, which was also your Germanic tribes, which you also had the Northern Kingdom that already they came over here to what? North, Central, and South America.
Mm-hmm.
So when it goes the wild olive tree, Jeremiah 11:16, I get it. Like you can't make yourself be something. That's why you get that precept. Because it's Jeremiah 11:16. The Lord called thou name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit, with the noise of a great tumult. He has kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. See that? We are the olive tree. The Lord called us a green olive tree. And when he broke us up and put that fire on us, he broke the branches, which are Israelites. It said, the Lord called thou name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. With the noise of a great tumult, he has kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. Not the other nations being grafted in. It's talking about Israelites who don't know they Israelites being grafted back in. For the Lord of hosts that planteth thee has pronounced evil against thee, for the evil of the house of Israel and for the house of Judah. The same Israel and Judah that the Ezekiel 37 talk about, or it also can be also called Joseph and Israel.
Yep.
You know, which is inexchangeable northern southern kingdom, however you want to chop it up. Against thee for the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah. So
it says the lump is also holy, and if the root be holy, so are the branches. You want me to keep going on this?
Yeah.
Oh, it said, and some of the branches be broken off.
And right, and we was broken off. That's what the Jeremiah 11 and 16 called you. You was a fair olive, but after the Lord pronounced evil against you, you have been broken off. You have became a stranger, a Gentile. You now thinking you Hellenized. You thinking you Greek. You think you Phoenician. You think you American. You think you Irish, Italian, German. I'm German black. I'm a Moor.
Yep. Jake want to be everything except for what they truly are.
Yeah, God, an Israelite from what tribe?
It says, and thou being a wild olive tree were grafted.
Now you're a wild olive tree.
Yep. Were grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and fatness of the olive tree.
Yeah.
It's boast not against the branches, but if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee.
Yeah, God. So, meaning telling the tribe of Judah to boast not against the northern kingdom and those who've been scattered abroad. Because you thinking, oh, we got the temple right here. We got the priest right here. No, we don't know who that is. They got tattoos. That's why Paul was became what? A minister of the Gentiles. And that's what we are today. We're a minister of the Gentiles. And think about it. This is the first time we ever didn't know who we were. The whole 12 tribes. Yeah. And now you got it.
Yep.
And our job is done. And knowing is half the battle.
Yep.
You knew better, you would do better.
Yep,
So hopefully, Ruben, Lewis, hopefully now you know better, you would do better.
Yep. Take heed, man. Hey, gotta keep learning from the men who got the full truth.
Yeah.
And with
that,
get
ready for a full missile.
With that, we say, yeah, hopefully y'all been edified as well. And shalom to the next time.
Shalom. And we saying peace.